Imperial Way.
So good morning everybody and welcome to Cockfosters. This is a new one for me. Today I'm in the London region for the day, and tomorrow I'm walking the north to south London route by the Walking Post. It was a website I come across earlier last year. I just thought I'd give it a go. It's a 25 mile today. I'm finishing at Earlsfield, just on the southwestern main line. Originally the first day I think finishes at Charing Cross, but because I'm at the football tomorrow, I'm going to knock off the last 8 miles tomorrow morning when I'm in off to Wimbledon, because we walk past the ground tomorrow morning before I go to the football in the afternoon, so that's quite fun. But yeah, like I say, lovely day it is. Cockfosters, never been, so brand new location. So today we walk from Cockfosters to Earlsfield, so we'll go through Regent's Park, past the London Zoo, Camden Market, Buckingham Palace, Big Ben, all the big landmarks. So this route apparently is to tick off all those sort of main attractions really. So it's quite nice to be here and try something a bit different. Next week I'm in the Lake District, so to go from being in busy hustle bustle of London to the middle of nowhere in the Lake District, it's quite fun. But yeah, big day today, 25 miles. It should take me about 10 and a half hour, 11 hours today to get completed, but another warm day, 25 degrees today, so I am in the shorts, in short sleeves, everything. Might be cold now, but it'll very quickly warm up, so let's see what today brings. So yeah, this walk, it's not signposted at all. It's an unwaymarked route. Just admiring that long bit of gravel track. It's quite fun. But yeah, this walk isn't waymarked, so we have a lot of map checking today. And I've got a lovely lunch spot organised, I think, in Camden Market. So the plan is to go to Black Bear Burger. It opens at midday. Apparently it got rated one of the best burgers in the UK as of last year, being 2025. So I want to give that a crack, I think, at lunchtime. Looks really, really good, I'm not going to lie. So looking forward to that. And hoping to hit the Thames when it's a little bit warmer, because the water and stuff there, hopefully I'll get a nice good breeze. So see what happens, but yeah, be a lot of map checking today, and I've been looking forward to this. It's my first time being down in London, actually doing any walk either in or around the outskirts properly, so this is a nice change, and to go from north to south London. So the aim is to finish in Carshalton Beeches tomorrow, that's where the finish apparently is on their GPX, but I will link them as usual in the descriptions of my itinerary if you want to complete it, or you can obviously amend it and stuff to how you prefer to do it, because I merged the GPXs and it worked quite nicely. But very good day for it today. Hopefully weather should hold up in the morning. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain in the afternoon, so if I can get the first bit done in the morning, get it finished before the rain starts, I'll be quite happy. So onwards and upwards. So we've just opened up now onto Oak Hill Park. I've just gone through the woods there. Actually really nice coming down there. Felt like it was in the middle of nowhere again. It's quite peaceful, but now you're back into the open bits now, crossing this park, and then we follow the brook for quite a bit of the way now. And then we head down towards the East Coast Main Line really. We kind of weave in and out of that this morning before then we skirt over towards one of the bigger hills today. I can't remember which hill it is, I'll have to have a nosy, but it's nearly around Alexandra Palace, that direction. But yeah, it's looking very, very nice, and the weather, it's getting warm quick. I can already feel the heat, but yeah, this is what we're following. So this is the brook here, we just follow this for a while now. So yeah, going good. Feeling very refreshed, even with a lack of sleep. So I've just entered Arnos Park. We're near Arnos Grove tube station, and as you saw in the clips, that's the tube line, the Piccadilly line. So backwards that way towards Cockfosters, and then in the direction where I'm going is back towards central London. Very nice viaduct. It gives me vibes of one between London, Victoria and Brighton. I can't remember where it is, but it's very, very similar, just on a smaller scale, which is quite cool. Yeah, very, very nice so far, nice and gentle, easy going, but we're now getting into the more busier bits now. So we'll be shortly going through New Southgate. I think it's Bowes Park, and it's around the Bounds Green area. Then we divert then towards Alexandra Palace and up onto the tops. So see what happens, shall we? So we've come across a river. It wasn't very well signposted. I just happened to clock out the corner of my eye. So this is the path, but this is apparently classed as a river. No boats, no nothing, just a river. Just called the New River Path. I won't say it's really a path, it's more just a walk along a bit of grass embankment, but quite nice. To say where I am actually, quite surprised this is here. I feel a bit more remote than we actually are. We've just gone over the railway towards Palmer's Green and Bowes Park, so we're in the direction now of Bowes Park, and then we go over Alexandra Palace Station, and then it's Alexandra Park. That was the hill, first one we come to, which 89 metres I think above sea level. Nothing major, but should be able to hopefully see something from there. If not, we'll then head towards Gospel Oak, that direction, over towards Parliament Hill, and then we'll drop down then to, from there, Gospel Oak and then Camden, and then the lunchtime. I can't wait for that. Really looking forward to my lunch. But yeah, very nice little area to say the least. Definitely did not think this was here. A little bit of research for you. So the New River apparently is neither a river or new. It's an aqueduct built from 1609 to 1613, bringing fresh water from Hertfordshire Springs to the city. Oh, still a source for the drinking water. That's interesting to know. Well, why call it New River then? If it's not a river, just call it the New Aqueduct or something. I don't know. That's funny, but no, that's really interesting. That onwards down the New River, I guess. Well, I've made it to the top of Alexandra Park, and can I just say, what a view! Like, I can see all the way over to St Paul's Cathedral, the Gherkin, basically all of central London. And then just behind me here, well, in front of me, that, just in the trees here, is the palace itself. I actually don't know what's in here. There was signs for an ice rink, so it wouldn't be surprising if there's one in there. But what a view from up here. Bit of a climb to get up here, not gonna lie. Might be 89 metres, but it's got some elevation. But then this is what ruins it, and this is why I hate it when the lakes and stuff. Rubbish. Just loads of rubbish. Pick up after yourselves. Like, we can have all these lovely bits, but it'll go if you ruin it and stuff. So we're gonna go and get some more photos. I think I could just make out the Shard as well from this, so we'll have a nosy, and then we'll go from there. And then I'm gonna head off down here now. I make my way toward Highgate, and then onwards to Parliament Hill next after this. See what we see from Parliament Hill. So yeah, onwards we go. So I'm currently in Highgate Wood. Well, this bit is part of it, but it's a bit more open. If you are looking for toilets, there's a public toilet there, and there's a cafe there. I've not nipped in the cafe. I'm going to keep pushing for Parliament Hill. It's higher up, and it means I can descend down then for Gospel Oak afterwards, and I'm then getting into the big bits then of London. This is kind of like the last bit of outskirts, so I'm going to enjoy this now while I can, while it's a bit cooler, and then get forward from there. But overall, what a glorious day. However, not a cloud in sky, which is a little annoying, because would have loved a bit of shade, but nah, not fussed. Back on trail, which is just here, and then onwards we go then to Parliament Hill. So I've reached the inner part of London. This is Gospel Oak. So the lines towards Clapham, Stratford, and can't remember the other line. That way, somewhere that direction. Not really familiar with the overground network, to be fair. So we're now pushing for Kentish Town, and then from there it's the last push to Camden. I think I'm about half an hour away, and I'm ahead of schedule, I think. So I'll have a bit of a break there, toilet stop there, and food when it opens at lunchtime. So onwards we go. So I've made it to Camden Market. Now because it's busy, I'm going to speak now. I am going to go and get some food in about 40 minutes. First things first, Lou in the Wetherspoons here, and then mill around. I've been here before, familiar territory. I've been plenty of times to Camden Market. It's a really good spot, and I will be reviewing the burger place, so you will see that on this video. So give it a little time yet, chill out for a bit, have a bit of a rest, and then get some food, and then we'll power on later this afternoon then, and finish off the last half of the day, because we're now at the halfway marker. So onwards and upwards. So we're in Black Bear. That does look very nice. Garlic parmesan fries. They're nice. Very nice. And I can't wait to eat the burger. So I'm going to eat this and I'll get back to you on that. So we're on the move again. Wow, what a burger. That was one of the nicest burgers I've had. I no wonder that won Burger of the Year last year. I got the double miso burger without the onion, and garlic parmesan fries, and a chocolate milkshake for $27.50. That was well worth every penny. So fed, sorted, and onwards we go now to Primrose Hill. See you there when we get there, I guess. So I've just come through Regent's Park. We're now going on to the Royal Crescent, and then we should be on Baker Street, and then we officially have entered the inner circle of London, with the Circle Line and all the rest of them. And it's the big ones, Hyde Park and Buckingham Palace, and then we're off onto the Thames. Can't wait. Busy though. Enjoying it. It's tough. It's warm, but we keep going. Well, I've not properly been to Hyde Park. This is probably the first time I've done this. Very busy, very warm, but a very nice breeze. It's very, very nice today. Not too far now, we're exiting, we're straight on to Buckingham Palace, so not really much to talk about or see really. It's just full of people. Compared to next week, this is a big difference. But yeah, onwards and upwards. We're nearly out of Hyde Park. We're just going turning off now to head for the Palace, and then that's kind of really the main attractions. Kind of nearly done for the day. Just got to get to Charing Cross, and then it's Westminster, London Eye, and stuff like that. Battersea Power Station along the Thames, and then yeah, it kind of filters out a bit then, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, onwards and upwards. So I'm now heading away from Buckingham Palace. It's very, very busy around there, especially in the park here at St James Palace. So I'm heading now towards Trafalgar Square, and then very quickly on to Charing Cross then. Heading into the station there to use facilities before then we tackle the very, very long walk along the River Thames then, all the way to Wandsworth. And then at Wandsworth we turn off then towards Aylesfield, and then we're done. About another 8.5 miles to go. Nearly at the 20-mile mark. Somehow I added on 3 miles today. It could be more, be about 4 or 5 at least at this rate. So I'll be nearly 30 miles today done. The heat's getting to me now, I'm not going to lie. But it's worth it. Really, really worth it. And after that lunch was nice. Temptation to stay longer. Feeling it now, but bit of energy, bit of rest, and we'll tackle the Thames. Hopefully the water will give me a bit of a breeze heading in the direction southbound. Even if it's from behind, it's better than nothing. So onwards we go. But yeah, nearly at Trafalgar Square now. So we're leaving Charing Cross behind, and as you can see, we're on the Thames. Thank God. Now for the 3-hour last stretch now. About 2 or 3 hours on the Thames. Let's get off this bridge and then be able to speak to you a bit better then once we're off this. So I'll see you shortly. So, I've got a little something to show you. The National COVID Memorial Wall. Very, very nice actually, all with messages and stuff obviously during the pandemic. The amount of people that obviously died during that was a joke, and unfortunately, and I'm obviously going to keep this very PG, but Mr. Johnson, you're not in the good books. That's for all that. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. But yeah, bit of peace now. Got past the London Eye. What a nightmare! The queue for that is a joke. I've been up that once, and that was years ago. I'd never go up again because it's so busy, just full of tourists. There's other places you can go in London. You can see a similar view. It's not the same, and you don't have to queue like that. It's a joke. But overall, on the move, a bit more open now down the Thames. Hopefully it should filter open a bit more when we get past a few more bridges, and then we should be on our way towards Wandsworth. So the day's going very good, I have to say. But we've got cloud. We've started to get cloud, which means it'll be cooler soon, so fingers crossed. So I've just had to leave the River Thames. There's a diversion in place around Battersea Park Power Station. As you can see, that's the power station. So they've put in a diversion around, but it brings you back in. So it is very well waymarked. Just keep your eyes out. It's black metal signs they've installed. Just keep your eyes peeled, but that might be gone by the time you do it. Might still be there when you do it. So keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, here is a diversion on that. So shouldn't be too long. I'll be back on the Thames. Long time no talk. We're nearly coming off now. It's been a very, very long trip down the Thames. It's fun. We're starting to drag a bit now, but we're now finally turning off towards Wandsworth. We'll cross over Wandsworth town station, and then it's just the last split down then for Earlsfield. About an hour or two, we're done. And then short day tomorrow. Would I do it in one big go again? Possibly. If it's cooler, but if you're not up for a big 25, no, in my case now nearly 30 miles, you can, obviously if it originally finishes at Charing Cross, it's probably a good finish to be fair, and then do the rest the next day. But yeah, overall loving it, just feeling a bit knackered now. So anyway, I will leave the Thames and head inward, head inward, so that's what happens. So good morning everybody, and welcome back to the walking post north to south London. I realised last night that I didn't do my outro, so I'm trying something a bit different today. I'm going to do a full video, I think, of this walk into two parts. So day two today is an 8.5-ish mile day, nice and short. Here in Earlsfield to Carshalton Beeches. Nothing really much to see today, it's just a decent day, I'll be very honest, just having a trek around. We are going through Morden Hill, I think, which is looking quite nice. But cloudy this morning, supposed to rain this afternoon, so, and I've got to hurry up as well for the football later, so it's a bit of a get on the move this morning. But yesterday, very good day. Let's see what today brings. So yeah, as I was saying, it was a very good day yesterday. Long day, very, very warm, and towards the end of the Thames yesterday when I was about to come off, I generally just wanted to stop. I can see why they've done it at Thrice Charing Cross, because walking on pavement, tarmac and the rest of it for a good, fair few hours, 9+ hours, at that point, it does have an impact on your feet and your legs, and I was feeling the full extent of that yesterday. But like I say, 8 and a bit miles today, should breeze through this morning. Feel a bit more rejuvenated, we should say. Fingers crossed on the football, even though we're playing for nothing. Day out in it, and then unfortunately it's raining this afternoon. Of all things, after the weather we had yesterday, I was quite surprised. It's a bit nippy this morning, so I've got my fleece on because it was a bit cold when I left my hotel in Croydon this morning. So see what today brings really. Nothing, I don't think we'll be seeing much today. It could be just a lot of back streets and stuff. But I could be wrong, you never know. So see what we'll see. If we enjoy this bit, we enjoy it. If we don't, we don't. The experience at the end of the day. So let's see what happens. So we've just entered the Morden Park / Morden Hall area. Very, very, very nice little area this. I've just seen obviously some water features, just done a boardwalk over the wetlands. Can hear the parakeets chirping away. Saw quite a few yesterday up over Parliament Hill. Managed to get up close to one of them as well, which was quite cool. But we're now dropping now out of Morden Park. This is kind of the only highlight of this particular day for myself today. If you're doing it from obviously Charing Cross, you've got Westminster, London Eye, Battersea and stuff like that, whereas today I've literally just got Morden, which is, to be fair, a very nice little area. And that little bridge, that looks quite cool there. I like that. So yeah, heading off here now, heading back towards the River Wardle, because we've been following that most of today, and for most of, to be fair, the rest of the walk before we reach Carshalton. So onwards we go. But yeah, very, very good day so far. So I've rejoined the River Wandle, not Wardle, River Wandle. Got mixed up with, I think I've been on the Wardle, I think earlier, I'm not too sure, but it is the River Wandle I'm on. Just in a sign then, my actual first waymarker is in arrows with mileage for the day. I think even the whole route, 3 miles to Carshalton. I think Carshalton Beeches is a little bit past, about another half a mile potentially, maybe a mile more. It drops me at the station where the walk finishes, and then it's just 2 stops back then to Wadden, and my hotel's about a 20-minute walk from there. But as soon as a bus, being lazy, I had to get 3 buses this morning. To be fair, to do this walk, accommodation wise, I stayed at the London Aerodrome, in just on the outskirts of Croydon. Obviously it's near Wadden railway station. It was, at the time we booked it, it was about £100 something for 2 nights. It was by a branch of Best Western. They've changed it now. It's apparently some company called Sunday, and the prices are double, triple in prices now. So I got quite lucky with that hotel really, because that was the only cheap hotel in London for 2 nights. Because you're looking at 300 plus, probably everywhere else, for a couple of nights. So you're looking at doing accommodation, just have a nosy, because it's not cheap, that's for sure. But no, good base where I am, because when I finish, I'm basically a 20-minute trip away, if that. It's a 30-minute trip at most, so it's not too shabby. So, but yeah, one to look at. But overall, great route, lovely and peaceful. Seen next to nobody this morning on the trails. It's nice. But now we're heading towards Carshalton. Feeling it now a little bit after yesterday. I think yesterday was a very tough day, but worth it. And with the weather I had yesterday, I couldn't complain. So anyway, onwards we go. So shortly we'll be coming into Carshalton. So there's 2 stations at Carshalton. I think there's Carshalton, I think itself, and Carshalton Beeches. So we're aiming for the Beeches one. So we're about 45 minutes away, I'd say now. But we're going to be going under railway shortly for that other branch, and then we'll be make our way over to other side then to get train and stuff. But not really much to talk about today really. It's just the River Wandle. It's nothing like to really boast about. It's just a gentle river walk, bar probably Morden Park and the Morden Hall. Not really anything to see to on this section. It was nice and all, nice to have a bit of peace and quiet after yesterday, but yeah, not at the entertaining section I thought we might have been. So been let down a little bit, but oh well. I've enjoyed the walk in general though, absolutely loved it. Anyway, nearly there now. So we're on the final approach, the final road, and I'm in a mad dash because I can make an earlier train and they're only every half hour back to Watton, so I'm in a bit of a dash. So I'm going to leave the video here for today. A very, very good walk. I don't sound enthusiastic because I'm running on fumes at this point, but it was such a very nice walk. I was actually very surprised at how well designed that walk is. Obviously a link for the route and stuff I'll leave in the OS as usual, and the link to the website as well. Go and have a nosy, there's a few other walks on there that have caught me interest, and I'm going to try and move things around maybe later this year, try and do maybe 1 or 2 more. But it was very, very, very well worth it, especially going through central London yesterday, and that beef burger. I'm going back there again at some point. But yeah, lovely walk, and that is Cockfosters to Carshalton Beeches. Done over 2 days. Well worth it, and recommend this to anybody who wants to explore bits of London and see bits you've not seen before. Well worth it. But on that note, I'm going to head off and catch my train back to my hotel, and I will see you in the next one.